That's the reason I'm so sick of love songs, so tired of tears, so done with wishing that the Meat Sangria podcast would just start already. Welcome, everyone. Fuck, it's so hot. It's only 76. Dude, the thought of living, the heat emanating from these lights is killing me, dude. So sick of love songs. I'm sick in general. I love when a R&B singer who's clearly cheating on every girlfriend he ever has sings like such a beautiful ballad. It's just such a gaslighting master tactic. Just a man who can manipulate people at an extreme level. I'll sing this song so she thinks I'm in love with her. Sing this song so she thinks I'm a real hard throb. What is the word? A bleeding hard lover. And then I'll just sneak around and get someone else. I'll get someone else who thinks the same thing. Classic Neo, bro. I think he got divorced or some shit. I don't even know. I don't know, dude. But guess what? The next song he's gonna make he's gonna make it 50 more women flock to him. 50? Did I say 50? I mean 50,000. The entire population of a mid-sized African country. Right to Neo. Right to Neo. I remember I looked up the population of Kenya the other day. I gotta check it again. It was like fucking huge, dude. It was Kenya, right? Let me see. Or not Kenya. Was it population? Let me look it up. Population of Kenya. Sorry, guys. This is. Wait. What is this? Country in West Africa. What did it just give me? Oh, is that Iran? No, that's Iran. Never mind. Not West Africa. West Asia. Population of Kenya. No, it's not Kenya. What was I thinking of? Fucking, dude. Most populous countries. Oh, Nigeria. Okay, population of Nigeria. Sorry, guys. Nigeria, guys. This is a bad bit. 230 million people, dude. I was like, what the fuck? That's an insane amount of people. That's 2/3 of the United States is in Nigeria anyway. What was I thinking? So sick, guys. I've been sick since last Thursday, dude. I think I mentioned it in the last episode. Fuck, dude. I was in my apartment every day for Thursday till Sunday. I didn't leave my apartment. Oh, I left like a few times to get medicine, to do some other stuff. Bro, I didn't talk to anyone. Shit sucked, bro. Shit, I was fucking in quarantine. I had like fluid in my lungs. I was coughing. It was like, felt like a little drum of liquid was bouncing up and down. My diaphragm was going left and right. Crazy. So I'm recovering, guys. My throat's still a little dry. This is not the most comfortable for me to be talking to you guys for an hour, but I have to do it, guys. I have to. You can't. The show must go on. You guys paid for a good show. The must show go on. Elon Musk and his Musk must go on. Yeah, who gets sick in the summer? That I just feel like a little bitch, bro. I feel like, fuck. Me? Really? Out of all people? All the shit talking I do and I get sick during the summer. It's like the first week of summer. I don't know where I got sick from. Couldn't tell you. Could have been the date I went on Monday. It could have been, she was a little seedy. Could have been from her. I don't know. I think when I drink a lot of alcohol, I did have a big drinking weekend. I think when I drink a lot of alcohol, it weakens my immune system. That happens. I do find that most of the time I got sick is after I had like a binge drinking episode. I went on a little bender and then the microorganisms decided to bend my body. They bent me over, so to speak. Bent me over my... We don't need to get into detail. Don't need to get into graphic detail on what the organisms did. But yeah, it was fucking not great. So hopefully I don't get sick for the rest of the year. Hopefully, but it's probably going to happen. We'll see. I have some important vacations to go on. Dude, when I went... I probably told this when I went, was it the Dominican Republic and I went on the plane with the fucking sickness? Dude, it hurts your head so badly. Oh my God. Just the mucus, your brain's about to explode. I feel like I'm on the deep sea horizon thing. It's not good. So we'll see. Yes, I am a little. You guys can make fun of me. Make fun of me in the comments for being a little bitch with my immune system. This fucking immune system pussy ass bitch, bro. I had dreams too. I took a bunch of NyQuil. No, normally I don't have dreams. I couldn't remember the last time I had a dream, if you ask me, before this. But there weren't any dreams. Sorry, they were night terrors. My version of night terror is I wake up in the middle of the night and I think something's happening to me, but it's not. I don't know what the actual version of night terror is. I think that's what it is. Or is it just like a nightmare that you wake up from? I don't know. But I woke up after one of my NyQuil-induced sleeps, which, by the way, NyQuil, I'd be reading my book. I get like halfway through. Normally I could read my book for like an hour before I go to sleep. NyQuil, 30 minutes. I'm like, bro, I don't know what these people are talking about. I got to go to sleep. NyQuil fucks you up, dude. What do they mix NyQuil with to make lean? Is that like, is it alcohol or something? I don't even know. What is lean? Is it night? Or is like a code? It's codeine and some. I don't fucking know what it is, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not built for that stuff. I'm not built for that lifestyle. I don't even know. That's how bad I am at drugs. I don't even know what lean is. Some of you guys are drug experts, bro. I hate when someone gets into a drug conversation. I'm like, guys, can you stop being losers? It's not cool. You're not cool, bro. Let's talk about cool things like helping the world. Let's talk about planting seeds and I don't know. What am I saying, guys? What am I saying? What is this guy saying? Anyway, I'm talking about my dream. I woke up one night and I dreamed that my ceiling was crumbling and there was like dirt flying all over me. And this is every one of my night terrors. I get up and I just look at my bed and I'm like, what? I'm like, the chaos that is unfolding in my bed. Oh my God. It happens every time. It's either that or there's like a spider in my sheets and I get up, I'm just like, is there a spider here? And then I'll go to the bathroom and I'll come back and I'll be like, I'm pretty sure there's not a spider, but I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to be very careful because there could be a spider, but I'm pretty sure there's not. And I'm going to risk it. But this time I could see there was no dirt and I was like, that was a night terror, bro. That was a night terror. So we'll see about the NyQuil. I don't think I took it yesterday. No, I didn't take it yesterday. And I had a hard time going to sleep, actually. I woke up at 5 a.m. for some reason. So sickness is not good. It also inhibits your breathing. I need to breathe and then there's all these boogers in my nose. Fucking Mucinex, man, out here. Might as well just be the Mucinex man sleeping next to me, fingering my nose. Or, you don't need to say that. How many disgusting things can I say in 5 minutes, guys? The Mucinex man dude, the Mucinex man has a wife. Think about that. He has a woman. I think she's been in the commercials too. It's two Mucinex people, two blobs of boogers. I was going to say blobs of goobers. Two of them together, and they make love. They make love and they have children. They are madly in love with each other. They're physically attracted to each other. One of them gets hard when they see the other one. That's how it is. That's how it is. You ever think two really ugly people have to get hard for each other? That's kind of crazy. No offense to any ugly people, but like, some people think I'm ugly, I guess. So that, that's kind of, yeah, I guess everyone has someone who thinks they're ugly. That's true. Some people are asexual. Some people are like, whatever. What is the thing with like attracted to intelligence? One of my friends tried to convince me once he was attracted to intelligence. And I was like, bro, what are you you're like the least attracted to it. Like, you're so not, you don't have to, you can't convince me. You can't just say stuff and have people believe it. You can't just make shit up. I'm just such a, like a demisexual, is that what it is? I'm just such a, such a demisexual. I just love hearing someone's, well, listen, we like someone's mind, someone's intelligence as an attractive quality. But you gotta have the assets, guys. You gotta have the curvy features we know and love here. So yeah, I had the ceiling crumbling on me as well in the middle of my sleep. And then one day was bad. I just, like, every time I sneezed, I got a raging headache. I think my sneezes are really violent. I don't think you guys have ever seen me sneeze. You'd have to pay money for that. But I sneeze and it's fucking like, some people sneeze like, achoo! Like some women I remember one of my teachers in high school, what was her name? I forgot. I do remember actually, but I don't want to say it. She would just like purposely be like, achoo! I was like, what? How's that even sneezing? My sneeze is like, truly, if you were standing in front of me, you would sue me. You would sue me for damages done. So I would sneeze and my head would shake it was like a concussion. I got like 50 concussions that one day. That's why I'm much stupider right now. I'm not as funny. I'm dumb as shit. I can't think of anything funny. That's what happened. I got concussed from my own sneezes. What else we got? Oh, so it's been, sorry, I got distracted. I gotta put my phone on Do Not Disturb here. Sorry, Shawty's been hitting me up on this phone. I gotta put it down. Guys, my bad, I'm in demand. I'm actually not. You don't believe me anyway when I say that. No one believes me. I am in demand, guys. I am in demand just by people that, the dating segment's always at the end, but it's not great out there, guys. It's not great. It's mostly my fault. No, it's not mostly my fault. There's a bit, it's summertime. Everyone's going out. Everyone's going to the beach, the pool, whatever. Apparently, Central Park, I didn't know has a giant pool in it. And it has a fucking giant-ass line. There's like an hours-long line to get into the Central Park pool, which is just a giant tub with 1 million people. It looked fucking gross, dude. It's nasty. The pool was like open for like 2 hours. I don't understand. The line was like 3 hours long for the pool. Guys, go to the beach. The beach is not that hard to get to. I would way rather go to the beach than the dirty pool in the middle of Central Park. My goodness. Jesus Christ. That looked like torture. Just a pot. You might as well just fill in a pothole in the street with liquid and go swim in that. Truly, that would be better. Or buy a kiddie pool and just put it in your apartment. That'd be so much fun to put in here. The problem with that is if it breaks, I'm so screwed. It'd be so bad. Also, how do I get the water out? I need a pump. How much water would that be? My building actually gives me free water, so could be abused. Could very well be abused. That actually is such a good idea. I should do that for like a video. It's like those live streams. I don't watch any streamers, but like they do like the hot tub stream. Like the hot girls in the hot tub stream. I can get a couple hot girls. I'll phone up a couple hot girls that I know for sure, that I know. Be like, hey guys, I'll just message people that have rejected me in the past. Hey, I'm actually not interested. I just want you to be in my hot tub stream. You want to come? And they'll be like, who is this loser? That'd be nice. That'd be cool to do a hot tub. But that would be way better than the Central Park fucking pool. Public pools are always kind of shady to me. Also, I mean, they're not that bad. I think my grandma has a good pool in a retirement community. Because the old people don't really go in it. Some of them do, but they kind of just bring their grandkids there and they watch. And it's always freezing. My grandpa, rest in peace, used to have a house on Long Island. And he used to have a quite beautiful house by the water. Truly a rich person's house. They had an indoor pool with a hot tub on the upper level that cascaded over into the pool. We're talking luxury, guys, with a sauna next to it. But their pool was like half outdoors, half in. Or it wasn't outdoors, but it was like in a gazebo thing. There was always bugs in there. That was the problem. There was always just like so many bugs in there. They didn't really. They didn't warm it up. We would get there like we would just put the pool warmer on. It'd be like 0 degrees. Like, oh, thanks for putting it on right now, Grandma. That's me being so spoiled. Oh my God, thank you. You have an indoor pool. It's not even hot. What's the point? Servants. They didn't have servants, but they might as well have. That was an amazing pool. That's a great pool architecturally. The temperature needed a little work, but it's architecturally great. Actually, I'm going to go to my cousin's house in a couple weeks, and they have a pool. It's for his congratulations. He got engaged, and they have a pool in their backyard. I don't know if that's part of the. I don't think a pool is part of the engagement party. I'm going to be honest, but could be. It rains every weekend also, so I don't know how that's going to work. Because I guarantee every time something fun is going to happen, it rains. In New York, that's the rule. The rain comes and washes away everything and just... It's all right, saddens us. But yeah, if you have been to the Central Park pool, let me know. I want to see what it's like. I would go there for content, which is crazy to think that I'm going to do something people are doing for fun just for... It's like a punishment for me. It's like an Impractical Joker's punishment. That'd actually be such a good punishment, like... Well, they made him drink pool water. That was one episode. What happened? They made him drink a glass of water or something. Pool water tastes disgusting, but it tastes like Florida tap water. Florida tap water is pool water. It's not the people in Florida drink pool water all the time. Might as well, dude. It's fucking gross down there. Jeff Bezos, congratulations. The lucky man got married to his wife, Lauren Sanchez. The fact that I know her name is disturbing, and I should probably kill myself after this. Congratulations to them. I heard the wedding was amazing. Unfortunately, the bomb that we all planted did not go off. That would have been quite the spectacle. They ordered fireworks. I thought it was going to be a big, giant bomb that killed everyone. Truly, I don't think you understand how much better the world would be if a bomb went off at that wedding. I really think it would cause an immense wave of just like progress to happen. Someone should really I don't want to be so like anarchist, but someone like has to think about these things. Someone with a bomb has to be giving the foresight for this. I don't know, dude. It looked like an extravagant wedding. I heard it was tacky, but extravagant at the same time. There's some people say you can't buy class. You can't buy class, guys. I think if you have $300 billion or whatever the fuck the bald man has, you can buy a little bit of class. Let's be real. These jealous motherfuckers. These people who are no longer human beings. Jeff Bezos is not a human being, guys. Let's be clear. If Jeff Bezos died, I would not shed a tear because it's not a human anymore. It's not a fellow human of mine. He is a creature, a specimen, marrying a woman who is probably 90% plastic if you look at her body. You know, I mean, she looks like an attractive 50 or 60-year-old woman, whatever, but, you know, still 90% plastic. Her face is a permanent smile. I'm Lauren Sanchez. And I guess I'm married Jeff Bezos. I saw they had a bunch of cool stuff. I saw every guest, they did like a explanation of the party favors. Every guest got a chalice full of Native American children's blood. They all drank it. It was a toast. It was an ode to the name Amazon. They wanted to give back to the Amazonian community, so they purchased young Amazonian children from the jungle, and they bled them out. The kids died, but it was in a good name. It was for Jeff Bezos' wedding. For Jeffy Poo. and they all toasted with the blood. It sounded good. I wish I was there, dude. I wish I could try that. Maybe I'll make it for a video one day. But that was cool. It was in Venice, was it? It was in Italy somewhere. I think it was in Venice, which is, dude, I went to Venice on vacation a long time ago. Maybe a long time ago, maybe 2017, 2018, I think. Let's say 2018. And they hate tourists over there. I remember we went into a shop, we got food. We were in a rush, we got food, and the guy was like fucking around a little bit, but he was kind of being slow, but it was fine. My dad was like getting anxious. He was like, we have to make our tour, fuck. We got our food and we sat down to eat it in the shop, and the guy started yelling at us. He was being sarcastic. Why don't you take every chair in my restaurant, you Americans? We're like, bro, can we not sit down? Apparently you can't sit down in some of these places. Like sitting down is for being waited on. But it was a cafe place, so we didn't understand. So we sat down and we didn't understand he was making a joke that much. And he was just fucking pissed. We're like, what the fuck is this guy's problem? Whatever, man. Tourists are Venice, bro. That's how you make most of your money. But there's some ridiculous tourists. Like the kids that we were back then. I was like, what was I, 20 years old, 19 then? Yeah, it is what it is. So, Jeff, I hope you had a good time, bro. Buddy, we'll catch up later, buddy, you and Lauren. I always see pictures of Lauren and Leonardo DiCaprio looking like they want to rip each other's clothes off. She's probably going to divorce him at some point. Well, I'm assuming they signed a prenup. His previous wife, dude, she got hella money, bro. Good for her. Did she go to the wedding? That's a good question. Would she go? I feel like she wouldn't go. But maybe they're friends. I don't know. I'm sure, listen, at a certain point as a billionaire, I'm sure he's like, babe, I love you. You're with me through all this. That's why you're getting this big fat check. But I need to fuck some hoes right now. That's what Jeff said to his wife. He said, I got some plastic surgery women that I've been eyeing up. And I've been with them on the side, but I need to do this full time now because this ain't right. I feel bad doing this to you. Sweet cheeks. You can't trust a guy like Jeff. You can't trust him. He sounds like an otter when he talks. Jeff Bezos reminds me of a human otter. We got these books. No, that's not what he sounds like. I have his voice in my head. He has like a guttural sound. Anyway, I can't do impressions, guys. I can't do them. I'm not good at it. Never have been, never will. I'm doing an impression of a extremely hot Italian American man right here, and it's been very hard. It's been very hard keeping this up. You hear so like, wow, this is good, but it's not great. But yeah, hopefully, I don't know who his ex-wife has been with. I think that's the problem. That's why I'm like so nuts. I wouldn't say I'm that picky, but I'm pretty picky. I'm like, if I marry someone, I want them to be someone I would choose, even if I was worth $1 billion. You know what I mean? Like if you're worth $1 billion, you can obviously get better looking people theoretically, even though they're probably just with you for your money. But like you want to be with someone who you're like still very attracted to, and so that's why I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, some of these girls, I'm attracted to them, but like, yeah, they're gonna hold up in 30 years. I'm like, I don't know. Oof. It's not looking too good. I do think I do that, maybe more than I should. Project how someone's gonna look in 30 years. That's kind of scary. I'm like that's too much. That's too much. What's wrong with me, bro? Fucking beggars can't be choosers. I'm not a beggar. I'm not a beggar. Not a beggar. I'm not a beggar, guys. I would never beg for any of you to do anything except for subscribe to the Meat Sangria podcast on YouTube or on Spot. You can't subscribe on Spotify, I don't think. I actually listened to my podcast for the first time on Spotify the other day because I was listening to the episode after I uploaded it. Sounded good. It sounded like regular. I like the way they like phase the ads in. They're just like it gets a little silent. They start like drumming things and I go, hey, NordVPN or whatever, MattLipariStore.com. Visit the MattLipariStore.com. All right. That'd be funny if they did it right there. That'd be perfect timing. Sniper in Idaho killing firefighters. That was crazy. You guys saw that? There was a young kid, 20 years old, who has died. Not rest in peace, because this man was fucking crazy. He lit a fire in the woods, and then he hid in a tree, and firefighters came to stop the fire, and he just killed 2 of them. What a crazy fucking scheme, bro. That's honestly, if this was a kind of scheme for like good, you'd be like, wow, that's an amazing scheme. I don't know how this scheme would be any good at all, but like a scheme where you like bait people with some other. If you're like a woman who's trying to get firefighters over and you like bait them somehow and you get their numbers, that's like well done. That's a cool scheme. In this case, this is crazy. So rest in peace to these firefighters. I mean, Being a firefighter is a dangerous job because there's fire, but you never think people are going to start sniping you, bro. This kid was insane. Apparently he was like a Nazi sympathizer or something. I don't know. He was a mentally ill kid. A mentally ill kid that didn't get the help he needed. And 2 people lost their life, and one of them is in critical danger, and the guy killed himself too. So that's just really sad. That's really sad. Firefighters make a good amount of money. Firefighters are... Something I think about the job of being a firefighter, I'm like, that seems like the easiest job ever. Once you get through the training phase, I'm just like, what do they even do all day? They just hang out. But it's obviously way harder than that. It's obviously way harder. I know some people that are firefighters. You know, I don't know if I think of them as heroes. Certainly the 9/11 firefighters. Why am I just disparaging firefighters right now? I don't know. I think the 9/11 firefighters, sure, you can be heroes, but I don't think of them in general. I like just the same way I don't think of like police officers as heroes. They can be heroic, but I don't think they're heroes in general. It's a job. It's a good job, a job that we hopefully have protecting us. But some people, I think they're like, thank you for your service when you say you're a firefighter. I don't think I would go that far. But like, nice, dude. How's the firehouse, bro? How's that pole you swing down? Got any cool moves? Can you show me? Can I meet you late at night at the firehouse and show me your pole moves? Oh, no? Okay, sorry. I was just asking. I was just asking a question. I was just asking. Jesus Christ, we don't have to get so explicit about it. This episode is brought to you by the Matt Lipari store. Visit mattliparistore.com to peruse a wide array of items, including the Tell Me I'm Pretty Blobfish shirt. We have the Bubonic Plague Chicken Club mug. Many items for everyone in your family, including your disabled children and your old gay uncles. That is the perfect American family, as I could think of it. mattliparistore.com. Yeah, so if anyone here is a firefighter... What did I say? If anyone here has been to the Central Park, I just want you guys to talk to me. That's it. I just want you guys to give me feedback. Guys, if anyone here is breathing, let me know. If anyone here is looking at me currently, let me know. Brigham Young University, BYU quarterback Jake Retzlaff admits to premarital sex and transfers out of the school because apparently that's against school policy. That's against the honor code or whatever the fuck. This is a crazy story. He had a case... This man, his QB, quarterback, he had a case of sexual assault against him. Some woman claimed he assaulted her. He claimed it was just consensual. And the case was dropped, whatever. We don't know the situation. Did he probably assault her? Yes, I'm always going to blame a QB because they're disturbing individuals, some of them. But, it's not official, so I can't say that. And but he was like, yeah, his defense, he's like, we just had sex. It was consensual, which, it's a pretty good defense. And Brigham Young's like, actually, that's against our policy, which is kind of crazy. They care more about the fact that he just had sex in general than the other stuff. I don't think his suspension. So they're saying he would have been suspended from the season, and he's like, I'm just going to transfer schools. I'm going to transfer to some other school, but they don't care if I'm fucking before marriage. Which, let's be clear, every BYU football player is probably doing that. What is this made up? What are these schools they sign? Like, I've heard about these. There's like all these Christian schools, they sign like a chastity agreement. What is this, guy? What is this, 1820? What the fuck are we doing? The 1640, you make women wear a fucking chastity belt to class? You're in mathematics class, like, fuck, I have a yeast infection because my iron belt is seeping into me. It's rusting. It's rusting my cut down there. The hell is this? And I've heard everyone said, like, yeah, we signed this is bullshit. No one's following it. I mean, I guess some people are following it, but they're probably like, fuck, I thought we were all following this shit. It's just like, guys, can we stop? Can we, it's like, I guess the Mormons, maybe, we actually can't put it past this QB. Maybe he was just soaking. Maybe he was simply soaking. That's allowed under Mormon faith, right? Soaking, you all know when you put your penis in, you just let it sit there. You just let it sit there, you both go on your phones on TikTok and you take it out. Or, I've heard you put your penis in there, right? And then the person, you have another friend shake the bed so that it moves, so you're not the one actually moving it. Those are tactics. You try to position the soaking around one of the earthquakes that happens around California, so you get the waves, so you get a couple strokes in there. You get a couple pumps. And it really only takes a couple pumps at that age, so it's probably fun for everyone. Maybe he was soaking. Maybe he could be like, guys, officers of the school, I was simply just enjoying my time. I was cold. My wiener was cold. Just came out of the pool. I needed somewhere warm to put it. It's a good excuse. That's an excuse. Do you think a Mormon... I guess soaking is cheating. Obviously soaking is cheating. What the fuck? You can't be like, I only put my penis in there. I didn't move it. I swear, babe, I love you. Babe, I love you. I didn't do that. It didn't do anything. I think anyone else seeing your penis in a sexual matter is cheating. I guess if you're in that context, it's cheating. Some people blur the lines of cheating. I think some people don't even contextualize what cheating means to them. Some people are scary, bro. They have no empathy. I'm scared of some people, like being in a relationship with them, just like, whatever. They're reading it too much in my therapy session again. So yeah, that's crazy. Wasn't the other guy the fucking Jets guy? Zach, fuck, what is his name? Zach something? I have his face in my head. He was from BYU, right? Wasn't he like having sex with his mom's friend? Of course that guy was... Dude, that guy was fucking slinging wiener over there. What was his name, dude? He sucks. He sucked in the NFL, but he was like a cutie pie looking guy. I'm not attracted to him, but he was like a little kid looking guy. What the fuck is his name? Zach? I'm gonna look it up. Was he from BYU? I don't even know. I think he was. Zach Jets. QB's Jets. Jack Wilson. Zach Wilson. Was he at BYU? Did he get married? Oh, shit. Ty's not. Oh, he got married yesterday, dude. Speak of the devil, dude. That's crazy. This woman that he married looks, I mean, she's obviously attractive, but she looks a little too fake. A little too fake for me. Jesus. So he didn't get married to his mom's friend. Okay. Good for him, bro. Let's see. Where did he go to school? BYU Cougars. Dude. Come on, bro. This guy was fucking... Dude, come on. Do you think the fans of the team get mad when a guy's having sex? Like, dude, you were my role model. Fuck, you're not supposed to have premarital sex, bro. Come on. Classic Mormon. You don't even have to be Mormon to be at the school, right? You just have to follow the Mormon rules. You gotta have... you can have premarital sex as long as it's with your sister. Let's be clear. As long as it's with... If it's with multiple women at the same time, you can do it. Otherwise, we don't want to see that kind of stuff. We don't want to see that kind of stuff. That's dangerous for like, what's that term where you like, your roommate has to leave the room for you to have sex? That is a term. Fuck, I've been out of college too long. Fuck, what is it? I can't keep looking this shit up, guys. My brain has to work. Something filed, something fucking, fuck, what is the term? Jesus Christ, you guys are screaming it at me. It's not cuckolded. That's completely different. That's if you watched your roommate fuck your girlfriend. That's completely different. Fuck, I don't know what it's called. Domiciled? No, that's something else. What is that? I don't know what a domiciled is. That sounds wrong. Fuck, I'll think of it later. It'll come to me. It'll come to me randomly, and you'll be like, yes, that was right. My friend, I had a friend, well, we all lived in the same dorm in college. Well, those are all I met my friends in the dorm, so by definition. And his roommate had a girlfriend who he married. So they stayed together all through college. It was kind of beautiful. And he would always be fucking kicked out of his room. He'd always be just like, he'd be like, fuck. And they were cool people, so, but he was just like, he was getting annoyed. He'd be like, fuck, this fucking shit again. I almost had it. Like, cuckolded? It's not cockiled? What is the word? It's not, fuck, what is this word? Oh, fuck. I've never had to do that to someone. My brother, I guess, did it to me in our shared childhood room when we would come home from college. Sometimes he had a girlfriend. But guys, I have never done the dirty in my parents' house. And it kind of makes sense because I've never really had... My parents had a rule, which I guess wasn't really strictly followed, but it's like you can't bring someone over unless they're your girlfriend. And I've never had a girlfriend, so that solves it up right there, guys. No, but if I was someone I was like seriously dating, I could do it, but like I also live here. Why would I do that? I wouldn't... Hey, instead of having sex in my bed, how about we go to my parents' house? How about we go to my parents' house when my bedroom is right next to theirs and we just have a crazy, loud, good time? How about we do that? You want to do that? That sounds like fun, right? So no, I wouldn't do it. So I've never had to... And like my brother doesn't live there anymore, so I've lost the time. I've never had to kick anyone out. I don't even know when I would. I kind of want to do that for the experience. Maybe... Okay, we're going on a cruise later this year, my family. We're all going to be sharing a room. If I don't have anyone at that point, which is looking likely because it's not looking great, I guess my goal would be to find someone on the cruise to have sex with so I can kick with the rest of my family out of my room. Be like, bye, guys. What is that called? I keep I'm lingering in this topic so I can find out what it's called. Fuck. I can't think of it. I'm such a loser. I can't think of it. And my brother had a cruise girlfriend once before. It was a couple of years ago when we went to a cruise to Alaska. And he kept kicking us out of the room. He kept trying, and they never had I think they just kissed and stuff in our room. I don't know what it was. It was weird. It was fucking weird. I think he had a cruise girlfriend just to have a cruise girlfriend. I think he just did it for the experience. He was like, yeah, I don't know, what was I doing? And we were like, bro, what are you doing? What is this? What is going on here? Weirdo. And he'd be going in the room at times we wanted to use the room, and they'd be yelling at us. He's like, guys, why don't you give me my privacy? We're like, bro, we gave you an hour. We need to get dressed. We need to go do something. Like, you can't just take our home. You get an hour. An hour is good enough. You get an hour. That's it. The fuck do you want? The whole day? Guy wants the whole day. Guy thinks he's going to perform miracles in there. What is he doing? She doesn't want you in your pants. You're not going to get in. There's no situation I feel like, I guess for some guys there is. I feel like some guys are kind of sleazy and they're like, when a girl tells them no, they're still kind of like trying to get into her pants. Or like in this situation, like you have someone over and you're kissing. It's happened to me many times. They're like, can we not, or whatever. They'll say, can we not have sex this time? Like, can we wait? Sure. You know, we don't really, I'm not going to be a weirdo about it. Or sometimes I think they'll lie. They'll be like, I'm on my period. And I'll say, I'm actually a vampire, so I like that, but I can't reveal that on the fourth date. But I think some guys in the first case, they just keep going and they're just like, keep trying. And I think that's like, guys, you can't do that, bro. You can't, once, you know, you're not going to get them to say yes, number one. Number two, it's kind of weird. They already said no. Like, I feel like you should want them to be excited about ripping their clothes off. Yeah, after an hour, bro, if it hasn't happened, bro, it's not going to happen, bro. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Maybe some of you guys that listen to this are going to call me quitter. You're like, this fucking quitter, bro. You give up after 30 minutes, bro? Listen, I'm more than happy to make out with you for God knows how long and not have anything else come for it. I'm more than happy. It's a fun time. Kissy is a fun time. Am I right? Well, if you're from BYU, you can't say that. If you're from BYU, you can't. Are they allowed to kiss? I think they are, right? They can't. They don't just soak kissing too. When they're kissing with tongue, they just leave the tongue marinating in the other person's mouth. That's fucking gross, dude. That is gross. Dude, me and this girl were kissing. This was a few months, or like a month ago. And I don't know why it came up. We just brought up like the worst kisses we've ever had. And then we tried to do them to each other. And it was actually kind of nice. It was fun. But it was hers. She said the guy like stuck his entire tongue down her throat. So we would try. We were like, let's replicate it for fun. We were very drunk. And we couldn't do it. We did it, but like we couldn't do it. We just kept laughing. We kept cracking up laughing. And I kept, like, we accomplished it. It was like ridiculous. I just like, just random. Okay, I can't say it. I'm bringing back good memories, guys. And guess what? I'm single, so I can't. It's sad memories. Sad memories of shoving my tongue down someone's throat for fun. It was for fun. And my worst kiss, I really haven't had that many bad kisses, but my worst kiss was just someone who just like opened their mouth too much. It was just like it was like it was kind of like they're trying to bite me, and I was like, hey, let's stop. Hey, let's be reasonable people here. I've had a couple bad, but not that bad. I think guys would be way worse. If I was making out with dudes, bro, it'd be nasty, bro. Guys are gross. Group of 5th grade girls arrested for plotting to murder a 5th grade boy. This story was crazy, dude. This story is crazy, and I have to find it. 5th grade girls arrested. Apparently, from what I remember, girls arrested. From what I remember, I think the boy, Arizona 5th graders plotted to murder boy in bathroom and make it look like a suicide. What the fuck? This is what 5th graders are doing? Dude, these 5th graders are advanced. No wonder there's way more predators these days. They're like, yeah, this 5th grader is reading at a 10th grade level, brothers. A group of 5th grade students were arrested last fall over an alleged... Last fall? Why am I hearing about this now? What the heck? That's old news. Over an alleged plot to murder a fellow student after being overheard discussing their plans. Yeah, they definitely didn't understand what they were doing. And they're just like, Mom, we're going to kill a student today. Mom's like, all right, have fun. She's like, what the fuck? 4 students at the Legacy Traditional School in Surprise, Arizona. Dude, that's a crazy sentence. Legacy Traditional School in Surprise, Arizona. It's a fucking joke. Were accused of planning to fatally stab a fellow 5th grade student and forge a suicide note to make it appear self-inflicted. The story makes no sense because it was like 4 girls were going to stab this one guy. How many times can a kid stab himself as a suicide? He was like... The students and their parents were instructed to come back to the school the following morning for the school's investigation. Through the investigation, it was found that one of the accused students, a girl, was allegedly in a relationship with the victim, a boy who had cheated on her, according to the report. How old are you in 5th grade? 9? What the fuck is happening here? It feels like this is not real. This has to be... This is like a Key and Peele skit. We have another Key and Peele skit later. Ski and Skeel Pit. The girl hated him and wanted him dead, the report said. What the fuck is this? Dude, I guess cheating on him could be like sitting with another girl at lunchtime. They're not... Why am I assuming these 9-year-olds are fucking? They're not fucking, bro. During a lunch on October 1st, the students were involved in a conversation on how to end him, the report said. According to the interviews with suspects, the plan of allegedly luring the boy in the bathroom and stabbing him in the stomach. They would wear gloves so as to not leave behind fingerprints and forge a suicide note. Oh my god, they're pretty advanced. Dude, these girls are crazy. This would be an amazing plot of like Mean Girls. This murdering kids in the bathroom. What the fuck? One of the students interviewed said she had walked over while the group was discussing the plot and made jokes about it. But the girl insisted she was joking while the other students started to get serious and she began to back off as a result. Yeah, I would think it was a joke too. That's the type of thing we joke about. Another student told the police they were part of the conversation because they didn't want the others to think they were weird and not wanting to do it. Classic peer pressure, boys. Classic peer pressure. You don't want to kill a student with us? Are you lame, Marissa? Are you lame? You don't want to be lame, do you? My mom's not going to get you the Taylor Swift tickets if you don't kill Johnny for us. A third student said, A third student said conversations about allegedly plotting to kill the student made her uncomfortable, but she ultimately thought her fellow students were joking. Everyone thought it was joking, huh? When she was assigned the role of guard, she realized they were serious. What are the interviews with these kids going? They told me that I was going to be the guard and he was going to stab the boy. How are they arrested too? What the fuck? How's this possible? 2 10-year-olds and 2 11-year-olds were all arrested on one count of threatening. Is this possible? I don't know. You could be arrested as a kid. I guess you have to. If you kill someone as a kid, you could be arrested. The students were released into the custody of their parents as suspended pending expulsion. 3 students and their families showed remorse. A 4th student and her parent did not appear to be fazed, and the student would smile and laugh and make excuses. Oh, we got a psychopath in our midst here. That was the ringleader, bro. She's like, he deserved it. That's crazy, dude. I was going to kill him, and I was going to smear his blood all over the cafeteria walls, and I was going to drown in it. In a statement, Legacy Traditional School said their safety and well-being of the students is a top priority and that the school immediately addressed the incident after learning about it. I would hope so, but this is crazy. Usually the biggest scandal that happens at an elementary school is that one of the teachers was sending nude pictures of himself to the lunch lady or trying to ask for nude pictures from one of the students. That's even worse. You don't have kid-on-kid murder. That's in elementary school, that's insane, bro. That's fucking insane, dude. These kids are going to look back. We're going to hear about this let's say 10 years. They're going to make a TikTok like that time where I was arrested for plotting to kill a kid in school. And we're like, oh my God, what the fuck? And you all are going to know about it because you heard about it. That's crazy. What is expelling them even going to do? What other school wants these kids? It's also, they're going to middle school right after this. So what even matters, guys? What even matters? That's crazy, bro. Dude, I had some delinquents in my elementary school. We had a girl named Victoria. I don't fucking care about revealing her. Her name was last name was like Aravalo or something. Some shit like that. I don't care. What the heck? I don't care, guys. Look her up. She was a bully, so I'm going to bully her. We looked her up, I think, recently because, well, my friends and I have a couple friends from elementary school. We looked her up. She was very big, guys. She was a large individual, we'll say that. The hate in her body metabolized into lard. Good for her. She put blood on my head in I think kindergarten. She had a paper towel with blood from her cut, or maybe it was 1st grade or something, and she put it on my head. Just put the thing. I remember we got sent to the principal's office, and it was for her, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? She got in trouble. She was a troublemaker. One of my good friends, I would say he was one of the other bullies of elementary school, but he was her rival. She was the female version of him. And she woke and beat his ass, but she was the queen bee. He was a lesser bully. He was more of the people's bully, but he was still a bully. She fucking beat his ass, bro. She was a big girl, bro. She's a big girl. If I saw her in the street, I would truly run away at this point. I'm a 27-year-old man. If I saw her and recognized her, I'd be like, fuck, I gotta get out of here. It's fight or flight instinct. I don't think I could fight her. I don't think I could physically. I would. If she came at me, I would, but like I think she would overwhelm me. She would use past trauma and she'd be so big I couldn't do it. So Victoria, good thing. I mean, back in the day, I don't think kids had the foresight to stab each other in the bathroom in elementary school. Like, that's unheard of, dude. It's insane. That's what happens in Surprise, Arizona. That's what happens. All right. Sorry, guys. Red Lobster has a seafood boil, guys, and apparently it fucking sucks. Apparently Red Lobster seafood boil is so bad, and it's $50. I've seen videos of it. It doesn't look like it has any seasoning on it. Maybe it comes with a little butter on the side. For $50, dude, guys, once you uncover in New York, I've talked about this before. We have a lot of these Asian seafood boil places. $50, bro, you get... for lunch, I went $50, all you can eat. You don't get lobster. Lobster you have to pay extra for, so maybe Red Lobster, I get it with the lobster, but $50, all you can eat seafood boil. With so much fucking butter and flavor, guys, shoot that shit into my veins. I don't understand why people do heroin when they can shoot some Cajun butter into their veins, bro. I don't get it. That shit's fucking good, dude. Pounds of shrimp. You gotta get fucking fried pickles. They give you lobster rolls. That's part of the thing. You can get lobster rolls. Bro, they fucking hook it up. For lunch, for $50, Jesus, man. Way better. So I would never go to Red Lobster. I've been to Red Lobster once, and I only got the biscuits and mozzarella sticks. It's crazy that Red Lobster is known for the biscuits and not even the seafood. I've never heard anyone rave about the seafood. Maybe the endless shrimp, but that made them go bankrupt, so... The hell? This episode of the Meat Sangria podcast is sponsored by NordVPN. Staying safe online is an ever-growing difficulty, and you could be exploited by hackers. NordVPN allows you to change your IP address, making you harder to track, securing your privacy. Visit meatsangria.com and click on the podcast sponsor section to get 72% off NordVPN's 2-year plan. I know I do a lot of risky things on the internet. Let's just say I like to peruse the things the World Wide Web has to offer. You got to stay safe, guys. You got to protect yourself. You got to protect your data and your device. NordVPN lets you do that. Once again, meatsangria.com. Click on this podcast sponsor section to get our special deal. Thank you. But these other seafood boil places, dude. It's a place called Monster Crab. I'll give them a shout out, bro. I wish they would sponsor me. Good God, Monster Crab has a deal. And they got that deal. Dude, I'm so hungry right now. Can you guys tell? Fuck, they got that deal. I think it's like $65.99 for unlimited. And then you can get 3 drinks for $1 each. So they have a little promo. So it's basically you bake in the price of the drinks. If you're going to drink and eat... Problem is I can't drink and eat like that, like a savage. Because then I can't fit as much food as I want in my body. But bro, that shit's fucking crazy, dude. I got to go back there. I got to go back there in like 3 months. I'm going to make a date. If I went on a date with a woman there, she would like never talk to me again. She would see the ravenous... I forget what I did. I matched someone on a Hinge like a month or 2 ago. And I forget, she had like a picture of her holding a turkey leg in her hand. And I was just making jokes about the turkey leg. And I said something about like being ravenously eating the turkey leg. And she was like, I didn't like the way you said that. And then she ghosted me. I thought she was joking. She was like, that was disturbing the way you said that. I was like, my bad. I just was getting emphatic about the turkey leg. My bad. My bad that made you uncomfortable, bro. That was kind of funny. Listen, guys, a turkey leg, I can fuck up a turkey leg, bro. She can't handle my passion. I don't need her. Anyway, I wish she was here. Yeah, so Red Lobster, do better, guys. Do better. Red Lobster is, Red Lobster in my mind is stereotypically a place where African-American people go. I don't know why. That must be racist on my behalf. But in my mind, that is it. I don't know anyone that goes to Red Lobster. So if that's true, then so be it. All right, we have a story here that I think I'm the only one with this take. It's a baseball story, but it's not really about baseball. There's a player. His name is Ketel Marte. He's from the Dominican Republic. And there was a game, it was like last week or 2 weeks ago, where apparently a fan in the crowd said something about his mom. And this player's mom died in like a car accident like 10 years ago. And he started crying. He started sobbing in the field because he was thinking of his mom. He's like, why would that guy say that to me? And they banned the fan from the stadium. I think they banned this fan for life from the games. And my opinion of this is like, the guy didn't really do anything wrong. Like the This is what the guy did. The guy went to a game. He has I guarantee the guy didn't know about this guy's mom dying in a car accident. The guy in the stand's just like, I'm going to say some yo mom jokes from yo mama, not yo mom jokes. Some yo mama jokes. I'm going to say some stupid ass mom shit to these players for fun because guys are assholes in the crowd. Like, hey, your mom's fucking fat, dude. You're a loser. He said one of those things to him. I guarantee this would happen. I guarantee it. I don't think he knew. I think he said he didn't know anything about the mom. He said some shit like that. And then the guy turns around and is like, my mom, what? My mom, what? And the player's like, oh, fuck. He's like, shit. I didn't mean... That's like the Key and Peele skit where they're like the roast comic making fun of that guy in the crowd. It's just, that's what... And the guy get banned. He's like, fuck. So it's a good story of like, guys, don't say stupid shit if you can't handle the consequences. But also, it was like blown away. They made it seem like the guy was like personally being like, your mom deserved to die in that car accident. Sorry, guys. My throat is so dry right now. I had such a good tag to that bit. Sorry about that. Like, your mom deserved to die in that car accident. I personally drove my vehicle into her vehicle and drove her off the road. That's what they made it seem like the guy said. And everyone on Twitter was like, what an abhorrent thing the fan says. Like, yeah, true, but also he's just trash talking like everyone else does in the outfield. Like all these other weird white dudes. It's always a weird white dude. These weird finance bro white dudes are screaming at the players. So my opinion is like, everyone's going way overboard on this fan who's a dickhead anyway, but like, this is crazy. This is like the most ridiculous thing. It's like if I just randomly said like, fuck you to someone on the street and they started crying. They're like, fuck you was the last thing my dad said to me before he left and he tried. Oh, see, you knew that. How would you say that to me? And I'm like, bro, I just said fuck you. And then like it becomes a national news story that I said fuck you and I'm the worst person on earth. Like, what? What the hell? So, bro, if you're listening to this, I'm on your side almost. Like, I feel bad for Ketel Marte. He's a great player, one of the best players in the league. Hope you deal with your mom trauma. It sucks. If my mom died in a car accident, I'd be fucking pissed about it too. I'd be sad. Someone made a mom joke, I'd be like, fuck, goddamn, that sucks. But maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe he did know exactly about the mom. Maybe he did, in which case I'm wrong, but I don't think that was the case. I think this is a silly situation, and it is what it is. All right, guys, let's talk about dating. I feel like I'm a little... Sorry. Wait, I have one more thing about women. It relates to dating. I feel like I see a lot more women wearing like fishnet outfits lately. And I'm just wondering when that became acceptable to wear. I'm not complaining. I don't want to be clear. I'm not complaining in the slightest. Because if I can see those like when you wear a fishnet outfit, you can see everything, guys. It's not clothing. We somehow are pretending that this is clothing, and it's not clothing. That's what I'm trying to say. Going naked down the street is not acceptable for a woman. It should be. It's not acceptable. But wearing fucking cheesecloth where I can see your nipples and everything, that's apparently fine. I see this all the time. I see everyone wearing these fucking fishnet clothes. And, I thought strippers used to wear that with their leggings. Now everyone's just wearing the tops or fishnet. So, listen, keep doing it. But I don't know when this happened. When is like the demarcation line of when this was acceptable? I hope it keeps going like that. I hope it keeps... Honestly, though, I really don't think women should be able to go topless. That'd be so distracting, bro. Listen, I think I'm good at not staring at people, but like I would not. I don't know if I'd be able to resist. I'm sorry. If you're on the beach, a topless beach, and there's like I'm not saying like at a regular nude beach. I've never been, but I'm assuming it's like sparse. It's not like there's a million people around you. If I'm laying there and there's like a million hot people and they're all topless, bro, I'm sorry. I would have to close my eyes. It'd be impossible not to look. It'd just be like dodging ever, like, fuck, where do I look? Where do I look? So for everyone else's sake, bikinis are enough. Guys, bikinis are so revealing anyway. Everyone else's sake, don't free the nipple, but like theoretically you should be able to, but like guys, we all know the horn dogs, maybe one of them here, would not be able to do that well. Handle that well. All right. Anyway, dating, I think I'm just not sending out likes on these apps with the same amount of gusto that I once was. I just feel I don't know why I'm in a rut where like I'll match with someone and like 50% of the time I'm like, well, why did I do this? I feel like I'm sending likes that I regret immediately. And I send a like to someone, I'm like, I know they're going to match with me, and they match with me, I'm like, fuck! Why did I do that? And then I've been unmatching with people. I also had one like that I didn't even send. I looked at it and it was like someone matched me and I was like, who's this? And I remember seeing them and swiping no on them. And it said I sent their like 10 minutes ago. I was like, I wasn't on my phone 10 minutes ago. What the hell? Hint sent a phantom like out. So I felt bad. I mean, it wasn't that the girl was even ugly. It was just like, I didn't really feel like she was like okay, and I didn't really feel like her profile was speaking to me. So I just unmatched. I've been unmatched with a bunch of people and I feel bad about it, but I'm like, why am I sending likes in the first place? It's discouraging me. It makes me feel like shit. I feel like an asshole because I am. Like, you don't send a like to someone and then immediately unmatch them. It's weird. But that's what I've been doing. So, it's not great. But, it just feels, I don't feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like gung-ho about going on dates right now. It does feel a little discouraging. I'm going to be honest. This is maybe the most discouraged I've felt in recent memory. In Meat Sangria history, this is the most down in the dumps Matt has felt about his dating life. It's the most down in the dumps. I don't know why. It's okay, though. It's fine. It's fine, guys. My wife is out there. She is out there under a rock, perhaps, in a jail cell. Could be in an indentured servant right now in another country. Maybe I have to ship her in from the Philippines. I don't know. But it just seems like, but I have to keep sending the likes. I haven't sent a single like today. I got to get on that. It's 9 o'clock right now, 9 p.m. Got to start sending some likes, guys. It's a nice nighttime. I've been watching pedophile hunting videos online. Well, I mean, that sound like they're like killing them. Like pedophile, to catch a predator type videos, and I've been sending likes while doing that. Maybe that's making me depressed. Because I'm just hearing guys talking to 10 years. I'm on a news segment, like, To Catch a Predator is the most PG version of the show ever. I'm on the version where it's like actual crazy people, like actual pedophiles, like actual people with problems who need to be in jail. Like truly, I've talked about this before where like a lot of these pedophile type people are just like mentally ill men. And sometimes I feel bad for them because I'm just like, they're so dumb. Their brain is just such a low level that like they don't really understand what they're doing is wrong. So I kind of feel bad for them. But also by them like doing what they're doing, even though I kind of feel bad for them, they're supporting a larger industry that's abusing children. So there can be no tolerance for this. Like they have to be, if you have a son who's like, or a daughter who's mentally handicapped and you think they're doing weird stuff, you have to cut their internet access off, I think. I think you have to really monitor it. You can't let them chat with people that you don't know. Like you have to be very explicit about that. Because if you're letting them do this crazy stuff, a lot of them are going to do this stuff. Like I feel being a pedophile is a crazy thing because you're born with it, right? It's crazy. It's a crazy thing, I think. I think you're born with it. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. Maybe it's like a learned thing. And it sucks for you, but like you gotta be like limited, bro. I don't want you to die, but like I want you to not be able to touch kids, You gotta have like constraints on your life. And it sucks, bro. It sucks that you're never gonna be aroused by normal people, but like you can't do that. Like you can't do that to children. That's just awful. You can't do it to anyone, but like kids, it's like watching To Catch a Predator. Why are we ending on this? It's a sad ending, bro. Watching To Catch a Predator, it's more funny than sad. Some of the other ones are just like, what the fuck? I've audibly been like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. It's not great, but I still watch them because they're entertaining somehow. Like, it's entertaining when they get arrested. It is what it is, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I enjoy each and every one of you. Happy 4th of July. That's coming this weekend, right? Hopefully you guys celebrate the United States independence. And if you're not a citizen or member or permanent resident or whatever, I don't know why that was like a very Trumpian thing. If you're not a citizen or a permanent resident, if you're not living in the United States, you don't care about the 4th of July, if you're British, fuck off, bro. Suckers, the worst day of your history. No, it's not. If you're any other country, celebrate your own country's independence, your own country's freedom. Celebrate the freedom we have on this earth. Because the 4th of July is a moment. I'm going to the Mets-Yankees game. It's going to be great. Maybe I'll see some of you guys there. Somebody said they saw me at the Mets game the other day, and they never confirmed it. So I don't know if they did, but guys, if you see me, you can say hi. I love saying hi. You can buy me a hot dog, too. You can buy me a beer, a hot dog. I'd love that. I would love that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good night. So sick of love songs. So don't get sick. Don't get sick like me. Don't do it.